So it's day 3. Oh wait, the lens is blurry. There you go. It's so hot the lens was blurry. So anyways, it's day 3 and we're gonna try to tackle the intercooler. Yesterday we removed most of the factory stuff, and then here's a bunch of other stuff that he's got that we're gonna be installing. And this is the old turbo. We already actually just took that off. He's got a new ball bearing one somewhere. Oh, over here. So he got a 70mm throttle body with a plenum, and since it was brand new, I had to transfer the brackets. I'm transferring the TPS. Hey, Israel, are you getting a block of plate for the top? You weren't planning on it? All right, so, and then we're transferring the vacuum block up here. He is keeping the stock vacuum line setup. So this is some of the other stuff that we're doing, and that is a really pretty piece. We may need an angle AAC, but he didn't get one, so we're gonna try to get away with this one for the time being. Israel over here is installing some fuel rails that we started last night. I don't think I recorded that, but he also has an AccuFab fuel pressure regulator like the one I do. But on his, here you can see the other style of puck that there is for the membrane. I don't know if you saw the previous video where it has a ball. This one has the flapper, and yeah. Weird thing though, his had the screws, the little hex screws, which usually tells you it has a ball, but this one has the little flapper style. All right, so today is day what? Day 3 or day 4?
Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Monday,
Tuesday. Day 5? Well, today is day 5 in Texas. I'm at Israel's place and we're working on his car. And I'm finalizing the Alky install. As you saw in the previous videos, we did XFI, plenum, rails, throttle body, we're doing intercooler, fuel lines. We did wheels and tires. And right now he's working on finalizing that so he can start his turbo and his downpipe. But while that's going on, I figured I'd give you guys a quick recap of the installation that we're doing here with the Alky. So when you order your kit, it's going to come with 2 bottles, a bunch of hoses, pump, controller, a bunch of wires and lights. It is pretty messy. It's got a lot of plugs and cat connectors or cat 5 wire connectors. And then a little control box and all that. I'm trying to make it as clean as an install as I can and keeping it away from the factory harness in a way that these wires are not going to be getting mixed up, and that it makes it easy for Israel to troubleshoot his own car whenever he has any issues. So the way I started was by following the instructions and then modifying it to what I felt would work better. They do tell you that you can get creative, and so I did. But anyways, I started by mounting the tank. The tank's got this tan wire that we actually just left hanging there, and then you have the pump, which if you can see it here, and then you have the pump that is right there. So this connects to the pump, and then from the pump this one comes up. It has an inline filter, and that goes to the nozzle, which we have it all taped up so no crud gets in there. And we finished what on the instructions they call the Underhood Installation. What they forget to mention there is that you still got to run the pump wire into the cab, and I believe, if I understood the instructions right, they want you to do it through the grommet right there, which is actually where I run most of my wires. But since I was messing already down there for the O2 sensor for the fast XFI, we drilled some holes, and then we're putting grommets and using some rubber hose to protect the wire so it doesn't get cut. The wire for the pump is going down here, down into the kick panel, and then the wire is coming out over here. I don't know if you can see that, But then you got those 2 wires right there. We still haven't covered it with the carpet or anything. We just kind of left it there just in case we got to troubleshoot it. And then that wire is coming up here, put it in the loom, and it's gonna come out of the driver's side. So now that it's coming out of the driver's side, I have here the low sensor, the low fluid sensor, and the map sensor here. I don't know if you saw in the video prior to this, down there's a plug, a clear plug. On the instructions, I failed to show you any pictures of it, but you'll find the green wire that comes from the map sensor under the hood. And literally you can connect your map 3, your 3-bar map up there, and then run that wire from that side to this side without having to run any extra wires, right? And now here, the instructions in this kit want you to put this box behind there somehow through here. That's probably where it's gonna end up, because like I said, it's kind of messy. It's got a lot of wires going to it. There's a bunch of little alert lights, and so we're gonna install it where they want you to, just because it's the most centralized point to where all these wires can reach, and it won't get any messier than what it already is. But yeah, so right now I'm gonna start terminating these wires, install these into the dash, and I'll show you once I'm done with that. Alright, so you guys just saw me install the light bulbs inside of this. Now here are the wires that I was putting in there, and again trying to keep it all neat and contained into one side. You're gonna end up running all these wires above the steering column and keeping it away from the moving parts. And actually this is not a tilt, so this is actually jacketed all the way down, so it'll make it a lot easier. And then that way, pretty much I have all these 3 hanging from here, terminate the plugins that connect to this box, and go from there. All right, so I got all the wires ran, and here what we just did is literally tested with the tank empty. So we knew that the low sensor light is working, and then we're gonna fill it up, check for leaks, and make sure that the pump primes, since we don't have the lines connected to the intake. But I did my best to keep this clean. Pretty much here's the wires that come from under the hood with the map sensor and the low fluid switch, and then these are the ones going to the lights. This one has to go to the activation for that's the activated light for the pump. This is your low fuel, which is over here, and then you have your go no go green red little light here, and that's all joined together. Then here I bundled up these 2 because we're not using them, and I'm just gonna tuck them up there. Then you have the power that like it tells you in the instructions is grounded here, and then to that. So pretty much now I just gotta tuck this up there. I try to make it as clean as possible. It's a lot of plugs and a lot of wires going everywhere, but there you go. And then this little Cat 5 box that he's gonna end up putting it here on his dash vessel, but he doesn't have the inlay right now. Literally you open this up, there's nothing in here. It's just a little board holding all this together, and yeah, so all of that's gonna be mounted there. So I'm just gonna kind of throw it over there along with this light, because we don't know where we're gonna put this light yet. And yeah, it's pretty much the install of this Alky system. So anyways, you're gonna have to forgive me for the wind noise. We already primed and tested the system, and now we're troubleshooting a leak. Pretty much this fitting here is loose, Not really a fan of this job here, but that's how it comes.
Zip tie.
Zip tied.